Please welcome with me the Managing Director at DELSCI, Herwig Kirchberger.
Yeah, it's on. So good news first. We've already made it, or almost made it to the dinner. I just realized that I'm actually one of the only person here in these 2 days speaking about paper as a packaging alternative. So especially and because of that, I'm very thankful that I was invited to this conference. Thank you very much. So my name is Herwig. I'm Austrian. Ich bin von Österreich. Ich bin ein Österreicher. And my company is a research and product development company. It's basically a corporate venture of a larger paper manufacturing company, which is Delfort. And our mission, you can see in the hands of this Terminator, it's fiber-based packaging for food. Is it an alternative? Can it be an alternative to plastic packaging? That's what this presentation is about. So, in principle, the first questions that customers would ask us is, well, I believe that paper is a sustainable material, but is it really performing for my application in the food industry? So the question is it a myth or a truth that performance and sustainability can go hand in hand? I brought some examples of other industries that have made it already. The most famous example is on your left. It's the jacket that I'm wearing. I was wearing today. It's in the wardrobe. It's a Patagonia jacket. I love this brand. I'm really addicted to this to this jacket. Why is that so? Because the business model and the whole concept of Patagonia is sustainability in its core. And it starts when you buy this jacket and it ends when you basically are at the end of life of this jacket. This jacket has a lifelong repair service. Whenever I scratch it, I damage it, I can have it repaired at the shop lifelong. It's so highly performant, I can squeeze it together in my backpack when I go for ski tourings. It keeps me warm. This is the perfect example of a product that performs and is sustainable. And what have all these products in common? The companies behind, they are perfect in collaboration. Most of those products basically came to life because these industries connected to each other. And the second reason is they could scale it very efficiently. And these are the two issues that I would like to talk with you. So the new innovation sweet spot in flexible packaging is not just designing a product that the customer desires. It's not just designing a product that is viable in the sense that it's cost competitive, and it's not just that it's technically feasible. The new innovation sweet spot needs to incorporate this circularity aspect as well. And fiber-based packaging, we believe, is the perfect combination of performance and sustainability, not for every application, but for many applications in the food industry. Yeah, since I'm an Austrian, I always need to bring a joke with me, but I don't know, who of you knows the buttered cat paradoxon? You know that when you throw a cat, or when a cat, sorry, I would never throw a cat, but when a cat jumps off a tree or out of a window, it usually lands on its feet, and when you drop a buttered bread, it usually drops on the buttered side. So the question for a physician like me would be, what would happen if you would fix a buttered bread on the back of a cat? It's a situation that is not very clear. Some might say there is levitation occurring. I believe it's a myth. But it's very similar in sustainable packaging. You cannot clearly tell if like a monoplastic material or a fiber-based packaging material is the right solution for my application. So there is no more one-fits-all like we were used to it when you use PE or PP or PET PE. You can basically pack everything in these materials. This is not the case with fiber-based packaging. So what is the ultimate food packaging? I brought here 3 examples of what I believe are the perfect examples of a food packaging. Number 1, it's the perfect example of a compostable packaging. The skin of a banana, perfect packaging. The thing is that the banana only survives for a couple of days when it's not in the fridge. No, but wait a minute, the banana in the fridge gets brown, so you need to store it anyway outside the fridge. But it only survives a couple of days, but that's sufficient for most of the bananas. This aluminum case is very famous in Austria. It's I actually got this box from my grandfather. I still used it when I was a kid, and my daughter now uses it when she goes to school for her school food. That's the perfect example of a reusable packaging. The banana is the perfect example of a compostable packaging. Paper, on the other hand side, is the perfect solution for a recyclable packaging, because paper can be easily recycled, and most important, we rely on a recycling stream that is very established here in Europe. We have industrial recycling rates of 80% and higher. So that's our mission, building on a very sustainable profile of paper, but modifying the paper in a way that it meets the performance requirements of a food packaging. So yes, we still use plastic in our packaging, because plastic is not the problem, as we all know here. I would be an idiot telling you that plastic is a problem, because most of you are in plastic. Plastic waste is the problem. And by minimizing the coatings on our papers, so by reducing plastic dramatically, but still keeping the performance of our papers, we are able to maintain the footprint, the good footprint of our papers, but still giving the performance for food packaging. Because these papers are recyclable, because the plastic content of our papers can be detached in the waste recycling stream. It's basically in the wastewater. It's only, so the whole 80-90% of the fiber content can be reused and recycled. So indeed, we're trying to combine the best of the 2 worlds. We know that plastic has a lot of advantages. We heard it today. It's highly performant. It has an excellent carbon footprint. It's very lightweight, but it has some environmental issues that you're all trying to solve here. Paper, on the other hand side, has a very good sustainability profile. We all know that. It's a renewable source. It's highly recyclable, etc. It also has a very good carbon footprint. And by combining both worlds, we're trying to meet the sweet spot. And the sweet spot today, when you look at this diagram to your left, these are more or less the 2 most important barriers that, for example, retail is interested in. It's the moisture vapor barrier on the one hand side, and it's the oxygen barrier on the other hand side. And our latest barrier papers, you can see the sweet spot is in the range of roughly 5. So we meet already some performance factors of monomaterials, of plastic monomaterials, especially when it comes to the oxygen barrier. So over the last 5 years, we have built on a portfolio of different packaging papers that you can see to our left. And what I want to tell you now is the biggest challenge we are now confronted with is the industrialization of our solutions. We have proven that barrier papers are feasible for food packaging, for a couple of segments: chocolate, dry food, frozen. Frozen is very good to be packed in paper, frozen food. But now that means we have crossed this initial chasm that most startups actually fail, because most startups, they can really go for the early adopters. You know, the early adopters are these guys who are queuing in front of an Apple store and want to have the latest iPhone. I think we have satisfied those customers already. Now, first big brands are really interested in our solution. Now the challenge in our industry is to scale and industrialize those barrier papers. It's quite a challenge, I have to admit. So, and to conclude, and to give you some convincing arguments for fiber-based packaging, very quickly, the why, I've heard this in one present. The why number one is consumer perceives paper as a very sustainable material. So for marketing reasons, the paper packaging is definitely advantageous. The why number two is we have an excellent recyclability profile with excellent, good industrial recycling rates already established. The reason number four here in this case, I've combined the why number 2 and 3. The reason number 4 is we only use a very, very thin functional layer of plastic coatings. The rest can be reused, the fiber part. The fiber part is made of a renewable material, as you all know. It's cellulose. It's the most abundant biopolymer on Earth. Very important now for many of our customers, especially when you talk to the product managers and the sustainability managers, is, are you ready for the new packaging waste regulations? And I can say we are not yet ready, but we are safe for everything that comes in the packaging and packaging waste regulation. Why? Because we are working on monomaterials. Why? Because we are working already on implementing recycled content in our coatings, and that makes us safe for packaging and packaging waste regulation. And last but not least, reason number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is because we're using a very lightweight paper. So most of our papers are in the range of 40 to 70 grams per square meter. We have an excellent carbon footprint. And that's the end, actually, of my presentation. Thank you very much. Enjoy the dinner.